In our today's story of the day, we go educational. We take a look at Kepler, a non-profit program that operates a university campus in Kigali. We find out why this growing campus is making a difference in the Rwandan higher education. But first, let us take a look at a visit we had at this beautiful campus.
Kepler, a non-profit higher education program, is one of the first programs worldwide to integrate massive open online courses. The campus, which was established in September 2013, has grown to serve over 300 students. Chris Hendricks, CEO Kepler, says Kepler is the only way Rwandan students get a US-credited degree without them leaving Rwanda. As part of their mission, they dwell a great education no matter who you are or where you're from.
Sure. My name's Chris Hendrick. I'm the CEO of Kepler. Kepler is the only way that Rwandan students can get a US-accredited degree without leaving Rwanda. We offer a great mix of technology and in-person classroom experiences with a close relationship to business partners around the country to make sure our students get a great academic experience, earn a US degree, and everyone gets an outstanding job once they graduate. Kepler is different in a couple of ways. One is our really strong focus on making sure all of our students have the skills and abilities to get great jobs once they graduate. Second is we offer a US accredited degree without leaving Rwanda through a combination of digital resources and really intense classroom experiences here in Kigali. All of our students are outstanding in communications, at English, technology, in understanding business, and in having the professional skills that allow them to be successful in the workplace. Part of our mission at Kepler is to expand access to great education no matter who you are or where you're from. And so as part of that approach, we opened a small campus at the Kaziba refugee camp outside of Karongi that allows 25 students who are extremely high potential but had very little opportunity to pursue higher education to get the Kepler experience and to earn a US accredited degree while they're still in the refugee camp.
From the students' perspective, Ishimwe Sandrine says the experience at Kepler is more of an interactive program which is different from any other local campuses.
My dream has always been getting an American degree. And I really wanted to study something different from what local universities offer. The first thing was the system of learning. I get to interact and get involved in my own education compared to the universities, the other universities around. You have a lecturer telling you different things, and then you only have to take notes. So you're not really engaged in your own education. So that's one major thing that made me choose Kepler, and getting the US degree was an added bonus.
Kepler remains to be an outstanding academic institution as students are awarded a US-accredited university degree with Kepler's partner, Southern New Hampshire University. Ivan Magwene, Rise and Shine Rwanda.
And joining us in studio is Donna. Donna is the Director of Admissions at Kepler, and of course, one of the students is Simbi. Welcome to the studios.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. Well, quite frankly, I would say that when I was going through a lot of, educational stuff, I looked at Kepler, and there are certain things that are, of course, today we're going to discuss about that attracted my attention. And I felt, why couldn't you come out here and share with the rest of Rwanda out there? So first of all, for any person, I'm pretty sure in the educational sector, they really understand what Kepler is. But in a few words, what's Kepler and what is Kepler doing?
Okay. Kepler is a higher education program that has been in existence in Kigali since 2013. We grew out of a non-profit that many people in Rwanda know called Generation Rwanda. So Generation Rwanda used to just give scholarships to university students, and then the board of Generation Rwanda decided, let's create our own university so that we can have a bigger impact and be more innovative in the way that we're doing education. So when students, as you've seen when you came to Kepler, our teaching model is very different. It's what we call a blended learning program, which means that you don't come to class and get lectured to. What we're doing is we're using technology to its maximum potential. All our students have laptops. When they go home every day, there are many projects that they're working on. They're teaching themselves essentially before they come to class. When they come to class, all our course facilitators are helping them to work on projects that actually prove what they're learning. So it's not about just studying something, but actually being able to create and use the knowledge that you're getting in the classroom.
All right. So it's kind of a more student-centered education.
Exactly.
All right, of course. And that brings me to another question. What are the different futures or courses that you offer that is so different from any other campus or university that we see around here in Rwanda?
So the courses in terms of the names are very similar, right? Right now we're doing a Bachelor of Communications and a Bachelor's in Health Management with more business-related courses to come in the near future, which we hope to do some announcements about soon. So in name it is the same, but the difference is really in the method of education that we're offering. I'm sure you've heard the Ministry of Education talking about the need to move towards competency-based education, which is great because that's what we've been doing since we've been here in 2013, right? So students aren't just passing tests, but what they're doing is creating projects. So for example, if you are in a digital marketing class, you're going to have to create a product that shows how you would run a digital marketing campaign for a company here in Kigali. If you are in an accounting class, you know, you're actually analyzing business records and creating products related to that. You're not just coming to learn definitions or, you know, calculate something on your calculator, but we're giving you real life and real world experiences in all our classes. And we also have a very strong education to employment program. So all our students they start with doing jobs on campus, which we call work study, but they're also all doing internships, and many of our third-year students actually now have full-time employment in Kigali. So we are invested not just in the education, but also in making sure that people are employed, because we know that's what everyone cares about after they get their degrees.
And of course, what she just said that they bring life in class for you. Now, moving on to you as a student. Of course, this is something that every student wants to know about.
Yeah.
What is the experience like for you at Kepler so far now?
Well, Kepler has changed me a lot because the way we used to study in high school is totally different from the way Kepler does it. So when I was in high school, I simply crammed all I had to do and then went to test and then I would pass. But at Kepler, as she said it's totally different. You have to read and understand what you have to study. And we even prepare before coming to class. So we teach ourselves, we can call it like that. And the experience is really very good according to me, because at least my teachers know my name. We have like three.
So it's a small campus where people know each other.
Yes.
Yeah, and the way they operate, they have more teachers and few students. So we work in groups and we develop teamwork spirit, and then we became able to know, like, we know what we are going to study, and then we come into class prepared, but the best of it is to apply the skills that we have learned from the classes.
So far, if you look at the whole experience for you as an individual, how have you in your normal life been impacted by the experience that you've so far earned from Kepler?
Well, for me, I'm a first-year student at Kepler, but I already have a job. Just like she said, it's called a work study, and it's totally good because I have a lot of friends of mine who are in the UR, but most of them, they don't have jobs yet. I'm in the first year and I already have a job, and it's not a joke. We apply, we pass interviews, we take it seriously, and we have even supervisors. So I get work experience, even still I'm a student. So I learn things in class, I apply them at my job, and I get feedback at the end of the day. So I grow day after day.
Of course, that's a very wonderful experience. I'm pretty sure that a lot of that experience kind of requires resources.
Yes.
But briefly tell us, does anyone have to pay a lot of money to attend Kepler? Oh, it's, you know, free scholarships out there where you just have to work hard to earn out the scholarships that you people offer.
So as I said before, Kepler is run by a nonprofit called Generation Rwanda, and so the spirit of what we do is based on this idea that a lack of access to finances should never prevent someone from having a quality education. So once you are accepted to Kepler, what we do is evaluate people's ability to pay and provide them with a financial package based on that. And so we look at students Ubudehe, as well as any other resources they have available to make a determination about how much scholarship funds are available to them. So we have students, the majority of our students have received upwards of 75% of their tuition and housing paid for, because we do have on-campus housing arrangements. We provide students with food. They also get a living stipend, and they're getting their laptop as well. So we want them to have all those resources so they can succeed. But also, if someone is able to pay, we would want that person to be able to pay so we can save the funds for someone who needs it.
All right. Now, well, Donna, this is something that really attracted my attention when I was reading some articles. And this is an article that I read, and I quote, "Refugees in Kiziba refugee camp in Karongi district are to benefit from free United States accredited degree program courtesy of Kepler, Rwanda."
Yes. So
that's a an amazing project.
Yeah, that's a project that we're really excited about. We just started in August at the Kiziba refugee camp, which is actually where I was from August to October. And that's a program that we've been able to sustain with a partnership of the IKEA Foundation, as well as UNHCR in Rwanda, of course, Midimar and all the relevant government partners. And so what happened is, you know, there are thousands and thousands of students who graduate from secondary school, but if you're in a refugee camp, don't have access to universities for lots of different reasons. And so what we're working to do now is create a program that will be sustainable in the camp. So right now we have 25 students at our campus in Kiziba. They're making excellent progress, and we are hoping to add, and we will be adding more to that campus as we go on. We also have a university preparation program that we're running in the Gihembe refugee camp as well, because we want to help those students boost their skills after secondary school to help them be more competitive to get into universities, whether it's with us at Kepler or somewhere else.
All right, now moving on, of course, to the student part, where normally more people, like students, are targeting to see now. You're earning your degree very soon. In a few years from now. Yes. It's how many years from now?
About 3 to 4 years, because it's a competency-based program. Students can move through the program at their own pace.
All right. And that means you have, of course, to find others and compete on the market.
Yeah.
And what are those skills that you've been given that you feel that if given all these skills at Kepler, I know I can outcompete, because it's a competition. It's on the market. So I want to know, what are those some of the basics that you've been given so far that you think will, outcompete all the others on the market?
Thank you. Well, we receive a lot of skills at school, but according to me, the best of them is professional competencies. It's a course where we develop an attitude which fits on the employment part. We learn time management.
So it's part of the course?
Yeah. So we learn time management, we learn how to think and find answers to the problems where you work. It's actually based on employment. So I think I can outcompete even others, because employers are looking for someone, for example, if they're looking for an engineer, someone who has that knowledge in whatever they're looking for, but the attitude also, they look for it. If someone, they arrange a meeting and someone comes like 10 minutes late or 15 minutes late, that's really bad, right? It's not a good attitude for an employee. So for us, even at school, we have a 5 minutes before policy. So when you have a meeting, you have to come 5 minutes before. So you develop that attitude all along your way in your academics. So when you graduate, you have those skills, not simply time management. And what we base on is not being able to, when you don't have the solution, is the ability to go and find that solution. Critical thinking skills. So that's the way I think I can outcompete others. So according to the technology part, we learn a lot of things. So I can't elaborate all of them right now, but I think they are really important to our job and employment market.
All right, now coming, of course, to the conclusion, after this whole session, I'm pretty much sure that a lot of students out there in their holidays or aspiring to go to university would want to be part of the university. And I'm so lucky that we have the admissions director in studio today. So tell us, how does the process go?
Sure. So right now, if students want to apply, applications are actually open online. It's www.kepler.org, Kepler.org, and you can click on the apply button and fill out the application there. So we're collecting biographical information, grades, and things of that nature, but we're also collecting short answer questions that help us to understand students more. And so that application is available online until February 12th. After February 12th, what happens is we select about the top 1,000 students that we got from that pile. So last year we had thousands and thousands of applications.
Quite competitive.
It's a very competitive process. And then we actually go out all around Rwanda and test students in their different districts, and from that process we also interview the top students and then select about 150 to actually join us on the campus. Then once those students are selected, we invite them in for what we call an admit day, where they get to visit the campus if they haven't already, learn more about it, get their financial aid and scholarship packages, and take about a month to decide if they're going to come and join us at Kepler.
All right, then I hope students out there should take an opportunity and, you know, take advantage of the chances they're getting right now. Well, I would like to thank you so much for joining us today in the studios, and we hope to see you again. And keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.